everyone. I'll share to you our GTO listening flow. So this is how we gather our team members and our advisors feedback every design charrette that we have. So this is the GTO listening flow for our tools, modules, resources, and frameworks. So our first step is we first hold or schedule the charrette with the agenda and the links. And then during the charrette, we will review the tools and the frameworks depending on the number of the charrette. And we will be able to do this via discussion. We can also use our chat or comments on the documents or the drafts. The next thing is the meeting. All of our design charrettes are recorded, so we will transcribe. We will transcribe them and then link them and then share them with our team members and our advisors. And the next one is if there's like a more deeper exploration of ideas or resources that is needed, we can schedule small group or one-on-one follow-up calls to further explore ideas, the resources, and sharing the articles, reading materials, taking notes, and then considering the findings. Our step 4 is we will then compile all the and review the notes and the transcriptions in our decision choice map. And then as we will be asking further questions in order for us to reach better understanding. So for the notes and the transcriptions here, this includes the one-on-ones and also the ones on the charrette. So all of them are listed. So we will also use a criteria to make a shorter and longer term goal choices. And all of your suggestions and feedback are listed here in our decision choice matrix. So I will give you a little bit review of that one later. And for the techniques, we will tap techniques from Gottman's method. So it's the Gottman method couples theory. And from the Inquiry Institute to foster understanding and appreciation. So I will further discuss that one later. And then after we have come up with a decision, we will share the decision map and examples on the next design charrette meeting or on a separate, on a separate session. And then we will still continue the listening process and the learning iterations, acknowledge and celebrate inclusively, and reflect and revise the listening flow. So this is how our listening flow works. So for our criteria, good jobs and opportunity first. So for the feedback, we are also going for practical over perfect, both, and inclusivity, adaptive versus non-prescriptive. So adaptive is criteria-based decisions. And for we will also consider feedbacks that are feasible and affordable for short term, and also for our long term versions, which some of them requires like funds, so we then consider them as our long term versions, like further versions. So for our techniques, we are using Gottman's. So 3 minutes each, listen, repeat until understood. So this is actually a method for couples to increase positive communication, develop mutual respect, and promote understanding. So we are promoting it during our design charrette. And for Inquiry Institute, It is engaging in open-minded and open-hearted inquiry with our team members to create results and improvements of our tools and our modules. And then for our other techniques, this one was from Julian, Broom or Star. So it is like the flow of communication. We would like to have the flow of communication during the charrettes shaped like a star, because if so it is like when someone is speaking and then all are listening, the shape of that is like a broom. But when the communication is like flowing, it is like shaped like a star. So that's why we that's where that's where Julian got the term broom or star. Next is synchronous input and scoring, advanced reading for the one-on-one sessions for the articles, criteria-based decisions, open space meeting, World Cafe, and then meals, walks, nature, or silence. And here is a quick view of our decision choice map, which we will be tackling more later, after there will be an optional 30 minutes to discuss this further later after the design charrette. So here you can see the pillars, the steps, the tools, the dates of the charrette, the feedback, recordings, and then the planned revision. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening.
Nico. Do you want to take a couple of questions or move on? I can't remember what you decided.
Oh, yes. If you have a couple questions or suggestions, guys, we are open to it.
Okay. Pardon me.
Thank you so much, Nico. I mean, for those of you who were at the last charrette, Juan Pablo was, reminded Nico and
Excuse me.
me that that we had received a lot of feedback and we had the compiled notes, but what were we planning to do with it? And Nico and I just really realized that, golly, it is kind of a culture of learning, and what are those steps? So thank you, Nico, for really spending time helping us think that through and sharing it. It's a lot of steps, but I think just being mindful of this workflow will make much better set of offerings, and help us incorporate a feedback loop. So now with that, I'm moving into the module 4. So